Hi there, everybody. It's Kate Jenkins here. I hope you're having a great day today. We are going to talk about session 6 in the Coach Approach program, working the plan. So we're going to plan the work and work the plan. So tonight what we're going to talk about is, what do we really mean when we talk about working the plan? We're going to talk about for the current campaign and for the quarter on how you can work your own plan. We're going to understand your results, find the gaps, and the plan to help you take action. So you put together a nice plan, but now we have to figure out how it can work for you. So we're going to talk about how you can execute your plan, and along the way, track your progress. You don't always want to look back at the end of a campaign or after a number of campaigns and say, oh man, I should have did this, I should have did that, I could have, or I would have done it better that way. So it's time to be proactive and really take a look at how your current activities are or are not supporting your successful business in your current campaign, or even your achievement for your long-term goals. So we're really going to look at how to track your progress along the way and see how we can identify anything that maybe you could change to adjust your approach. So think about it. Ask yourself this question: how often are you tracking your business results? So it's really important to track your progress so you can take the right action and achieve your goals. First, you want to track your progress in the short term or during the current campaign, right? So right now we're in campaign 10 and 11 is on its way sooner than we think. And, think about how often you're really tracking what you're doing in your business. And it's important also to keep your eye on your progress toward your long-term goals. And each of you have your own goals, but it's important to think business-minded and to really be tracking your progress and really taking a look. So when you're looking at your current campaign, we want to take stock of any immediate short-term needs to maintain our current title and or achieve the next title that you want to achieve. So think about this. In Vibe, look at your individual progress report because it provides a really nice window into your performance and allows you to keep a good pulse on where you're doing well and maybe some areas that you need to improve. So when you can identify those improvement or risk areas, it's essential to deploy quick hit tactics to remedy your situation. So really think about how often are you really looking at your progress report? And I know for many of you, you're looking at it every day, maybe every other day, maybe you're looking at it every week. And then pay attention to what details you're really looking at. So let's talk about Carrie. Carrie's a bronze leader who recently participated in the Leadership Development Program. She checks her progress during the current campaign and finds that she has achieved 99% of her current title's requirements. She's super excited that her efforts are really paying off. Carrie has a goal to become a silver leader in the next year. She checks her progress towards the silver leader requirements so she can adjust her activities and achieve her goal. So let's look at what is keeping Carrie from becoming a silver leader. So in order for her to be a silver leader, Carrie needs to increase her total team sales, and she needs to add a G1 leader to her downline. Carrie begins to think how she can adjust her plan to achieve these goals. Even if she can't get them done within this current campaign, she can start putting things into motion to try to achieve it over the next few campaigns. So for Carrie to become a silver leader, she needs a total of $12,500 in team sales. She also needs a leader on her team. So that would either be a bronze leader, a silver leader, or a gold leader. So plan to take action for Carrie. To grow her total team sales, first she can try to increase the number of overall orders from her current team members, really by seeking out those who have not yet placed her order or their orders. So that gives her a starting point, right? She can reach out to her no orders and encourage them to place orders. Second, she could try to increase the average order size for those orders still left to be placed. So some different things for her to do are maybe pick a product, maybe a skincare or something we're currently focusing on in campaign 10 or 11, and reaching out to her team and saying, hey, you guys, let's talk about ways that you could encourage sales for our iLift Pro. Right now in campaign 10, it's on sale for $14.99. So let's talk about maybe doing a live video on your social media and showing people how much you love that product and that it's on sale right now. Or, maybe sending out a text message to all your customers and letting them know it's on sale and it's an excellent product. So Carrie could reach out and try to get her average order size up from each of her team members. Here are some ideas for increasing Carrie's total team orders. Okay, so there's a variety of activities that can help Carrie increase her team sales. So let's think about her total orders. She could go online and share the best practices on social media with her team. Most of you have a team page, and if you don't, I do recommend it. They are awesome to help reach out to your team in a group-like setting. It takes a little time to get it set up because you want to make sure you can get as many of your team members in your group as possible. And then she could also follow up with representatives with no orders and share ideas for creating an order during this campaign. If you think about a tool that she could talk about, we have our iLift on special right now in C10. Don't forget, we also have the Daily Beauty Essentials. That's a really nice tool to help your representatives on your team understand that they can get more sales by encouraging orders for that. Because in the Daily Beauty Essentials, there's 4 of our most popular products in there in a mini size. And if they order that for $10, they're going to probably love the product. And it gives you a way to follow up with that customer and say, hey, guess what? Tell me what you thought of those products. What one was your favorite out of the $10 bundle you purchased? So trying to teach your team different ways to get more orders through their customers. And then secondly, some ideas to increase the team's average order size. So number 1, you could share add-on sales ideas with your team. For example, when a customer buys a lipstick, talk to her about adding a lip liner to match. You can also share cross-category sales ideas with your team. For example, if she buys jewelry, encourage her to add makeup to finish the look. Same with our clothing. Maybe she buys a top. Usually we have some really cute shoes to match. So make sure that you're cross-category selling. So let's just talk about Carrie and how she can increase her leaders, right? It's interesting because we've been going through the coaching course and each of you have picked 1 or 2 or 3 people that you want to work with and try to coach alongside of them. And like I said, it won't be possible maybe this campaign for Carrie to, get a new leader in campaign 10, but it's really time for her to start working towards that goal because that's a big piece of moving your title up with Avon. So to increase her leaders in her first generation, she can do a couple things. Carrie could recruit new representatives who might be interested in leadership. And that starts with you as their leader, making sure not only you're sharing the selling opportunity we have, but letting them know about the really cool Kickstart program we have that has that recruiting portion for them to earn as much money as they can in their first 7 campaigns with Avon. Also, Carrie could identify team members who are good potential leaders. We just talked about that in coaching, really looking at your core performers, not your poor performers or not your high potential performers, but the core performers right there in the middle, and offering them the leadership information. New Avon has such a cool program, and we need to share it with everyone on our team. Also, when she's identifying, good potential leaders, she can then coach to help them achieve that next title. That's why I love this boot camp we're doing right now. It's really to help you guys encourage people on your team to get to that first title of Bronze Ambassador. So we're going to keep this Bronze Ambassador boot camp going. So be thinking about that person that you're trying to coach, encouraging them in our next round to get engaged in our Bronze Ambassador boot camp. So that's just going to help you build more leaders on your team with the support, not only from you, but from your coach like me. So we have to take a quick shift here. We have been talking about your current campaign or Carrie's current campaign, making sure that there's a plan and that you're tracking your progress. But we need to start tracking and looking into your long-term goals. And just making sure that you are really looking out into the future and making sure you're planning and tracking your progress for the whole quarter or the next 6 campaigns. So let's look at your long-term progress. I know that you guys all want to rise to that next level, start making all that money that you want to make, and grasp that title, the next title you want, as well as the bonus money. So we're going to follow the same steps to track long-term progress as we do to track short-term progress. We want to make sure that you understand your results. We want to make sure that you're able to find the gaps and come up with a plan to take action and put it into action, right? So this chart right here represents an example of a gold ambassador and her results after 6 campaigns. You can see she will want to adjust her actions and make up some ground if she wants to achieve her goals for the next year, or for that current year, actually. She can celebrate her personal sales. So look at her personal sales. She's doing really well. She is up from she's at $536 in personal sales. And you can see her goal was $500. So if you think back to when we worked on your planning session, you guys went through and you filled out your current and your actual numbers. And then you also had a 6 campaign plan of what you wanted to see for the future, right? So she's above her plan by $36. That's pretty awesome. So she has no gap in her personal sales. So she can celebrate that piece. Looks like she's making it happen with her customers. And I'm just looking at her chart here. She plans to have 1 new leader in the next 6 campaigns for the end of the quarter, right? She's still working on that. If you go down to her team area, her team size is currently 88. And it sounds like she plans for it to stay at 88. Her team order activities at 53%. Remember, Avon encourages us to be at 68 to 72% of our team placing orders each campaign. And so as you can see, this is a good way to track your gaps, to really see, where you're at from where you want to be. And this is kind of what your homework is about. So what we need to do is talk about how you can impact your long-term personal results if you identify your gaps. Okay? So here are some ideas that you might try if you need to adjust your plan. So when it comes to your first generation appointments and personal sales, some adjustments that you might need to make are prospect more to meet new people. And we talk about that all the time. Chance encounters, making sure when you are out and about that you make it a priority or to talk to people. Make sure you have the materials you need to talk to people when you're out and about, right? Go back to the people you know. Contact them. See how they're doing. See if they need anything from Avon. See if they've had anything change in their life and invite them into the business. We are really focusing on making 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week. You guys, the most successful representatives that are building their business and making their goals and dreams happen, they are using this 5x5 plan. And if you're really in it to win it, that is going to be the game changer for you. Conducting Avon opportunity get-togethers, gatherings, open houses, those are so important for your business. They're great training for you. It's good experience for you. And, having something like that every month is really important to your business. You can start inviting your 5 contacts to come to your opportunity party or your grand opening party. Say, hey, I'm having a party. So nice to meet you. If you want to come, we're going to try the new, a new gold face mask. Just have a plan. That's what this is all about. Taking action. You can also follow the GROW method, right? Getting to know people and learning more about the people you're talking to. Increasing add-on sales and cross-category selling is huge when it comes to your business as well as your team's businesses. So creating ways to teach them how to do that. Maybe through a Facebook Live, a 5-minute live. Say, hey, I want to teach you guys how to do add-on sales today. And hey, steal other people's ideas. We all have excellent ideas, and sometimes we just need to be inspired by somebody else's. And you can share, steal their idea and put your spin on it, right? So if you're trying to help somebody title and get titles on your team so you can one day become that leader that you want to be with Avon, silver leader and above, you have to have somebody who is a bronze leader or above on your team, right? So identifying your leaders is such an important piece, and having them alongside of you so they can learn what you're doing and duplicate what you're teaching them. So let's talk about how you can impact your long-term team results if you can identify a gap in your team. So here are some ideas that I thought you might try if you need to adjust your plan. Some more ideas to improve your team results. Share best practices and how to do ideas on social media. You all can do that. I challenge you to do that. And you can do it in a fun way that will allow your team to learn from you. And then secondly, duplicate your learnings from the coaching program. You guys are learning new ways to coach people and train people. Now it's time to try to duplicate those and put them into action. Some of you are already doing that, and congratulations to you. And sometimes you just have to take the first step and do it. And if you want my help on the first step, you just need to say, Kate, I want to do a social media training on how to upsell and cross-category sell on my Facebook page. Will you be there with me? Heck yeah, I'll be there with you. So You also need to recognize your team members. Who doesn't love to get recognition and kudos for doing a great job? So figure out a platform or a way that you can do that on a regular basis, because when they're being recognized, they're going to work harder and they're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm doing so good. They're going to feel engaged. They're going to feel proud of themselves, and they're going to work even harder because you're recognizing them. And then create team competitions. That's fun. You can always do incentives and offer prizes. And then connect the team with learning opportunities. And invest in coaching the right people. Make sure you're working with the right people, right? That's going to help you fill in your gaps of the areas that you want to do better at. Remember, know where you stand so you can adjust your plan to grow. And don't forget, your team is your multiplier. What can you do for your team? And then what can your team do for you? I love this. Team. T stands for together. E stands for everyone. A stands for achieves, and M stands for more. It is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Napoleon Hill. Next, we have our application guide. I emailed that out to each of you last night, which was Thursday, and I just want to make sure you have that. Let me know if you didn't get my email, but hopefully you did. You're going to want to download this and fill it out through Adobe. And working the plan on the second page, it's really having you look at the last 2 completed campaigns. So pretty much campaign 8 and 9. Fill out your actuals versus your goals. Now, if you go back to your previous homework that you wrote your goals in for the next 6 campaigns, you can fill out what you had for your goals and see how it compares, okay? And then you can really kind of find your gaps and figure out ways to fill in your gaps and put your plan into action. Okay, we all know how to make smart goals. We all know how to make smart plans, and I know you can do it. So please take this homework and really get into it and fill it out to the best of your ability, because this is an important piece right here. And then I love this question. I know I've skipped the last hot topic question, but this one's such a good one. And we're going to come together and talk about it in our collaboration call. But what is your proudest moment as an Avon business leader? I don't care if it's, your best customer, you got she gave you at Christmas time $100 order. Maybe you felt really proud of that because you reached out to her and followed up. Maybe that was your proudest moment because you knew that you did your job. Or maybe it was a time that when you first titled to a leader with Avon, or when you got your first recruit, maybe that made you feel so proud. So just think about your proudest moment as an Avon business leader, and we would love to hear about that from you. But working the plan, you put together a great plan, and now find out if it's working for you. You plan it, you execute it, and then you track your progress, and it's ongoing. I believe that each of you can reach the goals, and as long as you're tracking your progress and fixing your plan around that every time, you're going to hit those goals. So I look forward to our one-on-ones, and have a fabulous weekend. Thank you.